Well, hello there. Welcome back, Taurus. Thank you for stopping by Sunshine for the Soul today. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Cyndi, and today for Taurus, we're looking at June's reading, and we're asking what's the buzz from the universe. We've got new moon energies in Gemini. We've got Saturn is in retrograde in Pisces for the first time since 1994. So think back, what was happening back in that period of your life and where you are now, how far have come. So today I'm going to pull some cards, Taurus. Today we're going to ask what's the buzz from the universe. Let's get into it. All right, Taurus, so let's just pull some cards and see what the universe has for you today. I decided to pull a card from my new Angel and Ancestors Oracle card deck, and I received the Shaman. Trust in higher forces. If we look at this card, we see the owl sitting on top of the shaman's head, which symbolizes wisdom, and then you see what looks like some type of clock. So this is saying, trust in higher forces, trust in the universe, trust in your spirit guides, trust in the messages that come. These souls that have such deep wisdom are here to help us and here to assist us on our journey. Remember, we're not a human having a spiritual experience. We now know as we awaken that we are an spiritual energetic being having a human experience. And as we come into this understanding and remember we are oneness with source, creator, God, universe, however you want to fit a term in there, we are also remembering that these higher forces are our source. These archangels, these ancestors, these spirit guides are part of our team, and they are here to assist us on our journey. This oracle card is saying to trust the messages and the direction from higher forces who are willing and waiting for us to communicate with them and ask them to guide us on this journey. They will listen and they will provide direction in very unique ways. And the universe speaks to us through synchronicities, song synchronicities, conversations, quotes, movie scenes. When the universe talks to us, you kind of feel it in your heart and it touches you and you feel that love in that moment. And all we have to do is tap in and listen to those messages that are coming to us. Today, I pulled a card from our Joker deck. I've been having some fun with that this month. It's very kind of blunt and to the point. And I've got the Seven of Swords. 7 is a heavenly number. We know swords are communication and thoughts. And in some circles, this is considered the runner in the twin flame energy connection. This is uncertainty. This is a maybe energy, maybe even a little flaky. And I'm going to read what the Joker book says about the 7 of Swords. And as we look at this picture, we see a feminine that's on the dartboard and a masculine in a clown suit getting ready to throw the dart. But it seems like kind of a little pause before they whip it with this divine feminine. And this says, the dwarf dressed as a clown was dragged in front of another target. He was forced to carry a dart in his hands, and in front of him there is a female dwarf placed at the center of the target. He is now placed at a position where he has to match the female dwarf. Below there is an audience who came to watch this event. Clear that everything has been done to punish the dwarf. There is nothing he can do at the moment. In order to get out of this situation, he must hit the female dwarf with the dart. The dwarf is devastated and is trying to find out the reason why he was pushed to this ridiculous show. So what we see here is the darts and swords represent communication or lack thereof. Okay, so this DM represented by the dwarf was possibly strategic, possibly in betrayal energy, had to essentially stab a divine feminine in the back because he felt like he had no other choice to get out of this situation. There was nothing he could have done different in that moment, but he is devastated and trying to understand how he was pushed into this ridiculous show or this choice that he was forced to make. And in self-preservation, this DM took this action not wanting the darts or the swords to be used against him. He may have not wanted or was afraid of his words or communication would be held against him, because maybe they had been held against him in the past. And we see the divine feminine was the target. And I clarified the Seven of Swords with the Four of Swords. Now, fours are a powerful number of peace. Again, we have swords, and this divine feminine is healing and recuperating. She is sitting in a time of introspection. This is someone gathering their thought. So guys, to start off here, we've got a divine masculine dwarf and a divine feminine dwarf. Pretty interesting. We've got the possible runner in a twin flame connection popping up here. If you are on the twin flame journey, welcome, welcome. So, who apparently this DM took a shot, stabbed this divine feminine, possibly with his words or his communication or his lack thereof of communication, strategically and maybe purposefully withholding information. This DM felt they had no other choice, but they were pushed into taking this action. You know, they feel like, man, I couldn't have done anything different at the time, and now they're devastated. You know, it was an act of self-preservation, and he can't understand how this all came down, that this one choice had so much of an impact on his life, and now he obviously has regrets. So the divine feminine is entered a time of peace. So let's ask what or who pushed this divine masculine into taking this action. And if you notice, guys, we have all swords in this reading so far. This is all about communication and thoughts, it looks like, of this divine masculine. And I've got the Six of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. And we've asked what pushed this DM into taking this action. And it says that he felt trapped or confined. And let's read the Six of Swords in the Joker deck. It says the dwarf dressed as a clown was trapped somewhere and is being dragged away by patrolmen. Even when he was confined, he indulged in gambling materials and did not seem remorseful. They call it a prison, but because there are alcohol and gambling materials, there is no way for him to know why he was brought there. He shouts out loud in despair and refuses to be dragged away. Nonetheless, there is no way for him to stay put. As for the clown, this is a very urgent situation. He does not have a plan, nor does he have the power to protect himself. So we see that this character was trapped or confined, maybe in a time of self-indulgent with gambling or alcohol. He wasn't very remorseful at the time. He didn't feel like he had a choice, and possibly this put him into a self-imposed prison. Two of Swords is he had to make a choice, more or less while being blindfolded and not seeing all the parts of the situation. And let's read the Two of Swords. A blindfolded man is about to throw a dart. He is extremely tense and anxious as he does not know where the dart is directed at. Two dwarfs are sitting in front of him and are blowing trumpets as if teasing him. In other words, Buddy is egging him on. Even if a dwarf is stuck on a dart, they find that the man's pain is funny. Despite that the man is under so much pressure about the future, he will have to make a decision. It's a shame that the man will have to endure the moment of anxiety involuntarily. Right now, he can't afford the time to reason out his faults. So he was pushed to make a decision, and it looks like he had buddies or other energies in his life that were, pushing him, maybe teasing him, giving him shit about it, causing extra anxiety. Jeez. Again, all communication and thoughts from this divine masculine. And now we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is normally, cutting away the bullshit to find the truth. Someone could not see the truth about something. And this says that the swords are expressed in darts. We can feel the will to hit the target properly by looking at the hands. If you look closely, there is a hat of a clown. It seems like he left it there while leaving the scene in a hurry. From this, we can already expect that something would be done by the clown in the dart station. Once the dart leaves the hand, it can't be undone, and this can be seen as parallelism as to when we have to make wise decisions. It represents a strong sense of reality and that we can realize it from soon. There is sincerity in pushing plans based on big decisions. It also symbolizes an eloquent speaker who can instigate others through his or her words and actions. And in affection, this says, you decide and act according to your senses. You become straightforward once you think that he or she is the one for you. So the Ace of Swords is about creating something in the physical. This is using your communication and thoughts in the physical, cutting away the bullshit, finding the truth, and moving forward. So what or who pushed this DM into taking this action. It seems like there was just a variety of things. He felt trapped, he felt fined, he had to make a choice. He was being razzed by other people about the choice, too many other inputs. He really couldn't see. And then the Ace of Swords comes in and says, it's time to cut away bullshit. It's time to find the truth in a situation before we make any kind of action. Before we lean one way or the other, we need to be able to see all truths about a situation. So we're asking here next, how's the divine feminine feel about this divine masculine? And I pulled the Four of Wands. Okay, guys, so we know the Four of Wands, this is the 1111 portal card. It also shows possibly, again, the twin flame connection. This is the perfect union, the perfect relationship. And this shows that divine feminine, she thought they were on the same page. She possibly could have wanted to plant seeds and grow something and harvest something with this divine masculine. Possibly she was looking towards marriage. She believed that this was her path, that this was the relationship that she would create joy and harmony. And I clarified the Four of Wands with the High Priestess and the Empress. So 2 major arcanas, number 2, number 3. So in succession. This is something being revealed in sequence. The High Priestess is wise and insightful. She seeks clarity and truth. She seeks to balance the energies, and she intuitively sees the situation for what it is. So the divine feminine here was probably more spiritually awakened, more in line with her intuition, and she could see the situation differently. So because of this situation, because of being stabbed in the back and going through some pain and suffering, it looks like that she has now become the Empress. She saw him as the other half, her ride or die, but she went and found the answers inside of her, within her, and she knows exactly what transpired in this situation. Because of this situation and how it unfolded, she was now able to step into Empress status. The pain and suffering she went through because of being stabbed, possibly in the back, has enabled her to spiritually level up, to grow through this pain, grow through the situation, and now she's the Empress. So she is the badass Empress, you guys. She took something that was very painful and uncomfortable for her, and she turned it into roses. She made lemonade out of lemons. So let's ask, what happened to this divine masculine? He's kind of sitting back and he's scratching his head, what the heck happened here? So guys, I've got 3 cards that came out. I clarified with the Light Seers deck, and I've got the 6 of Cups in the reverse. Once again, the 4 of Wands for the second time in this reading, and I've got the 8 of Wands. So we've switched now from communication and thoughts to emotions and passions and desires. And we know the 6 of Cups is Scorpio energy, it's soulmate energy. In the reverse, it's dealing with regret. It's trying to release the sadness and the guilt of this divine masculine's actions that he took towards this divine feminine. And the 4 of Wands is now he understands, shit, I get it. This is an important connection, okay? He understands this was the opportunity of a lifetime, and the 8 of Wands is big communication. This divine masculine wants to communicate. It's fast energy. He wants to bring in all his passions and desires, and he may be making a split decision to hit that send button or that call button or hit that email button of send. He wants to communicate. 2 of Swords, that's the second time that has come up in this reading, and this DM is at a crossroads choice about communicating with this divine feminine. He's trying to decide the best course of action going forward, is blinded, and she doesn't see this coming. So you guys, in closing, very interesting, we've got a DM here at a crossroads choice. The buzz from the universe in regards to this situation is the trust in the higher forces. Trust in using your intuition when making choices. Our intuition, being connected to the universe, being connected to source, is our best tool for managing this energetic world that we live in. It's our best tool for making decision of what align our highest and greatest good. If there's too much noise, if there are other people's opinions, too many buddies razzling somebody, lack of understanding, it can cause us to make choices that we later regret. If we listen to the outside noise and not go deep in and listen to our intuition when we make choices, they have consequences. She was stabbed, she took the hit, she healed, she rose above it, and the spiritual test allowed her to level up and step into full-blown Empress energy. Now, we never really saw what this character was, whether or not he was a knight or whether or not page. It just showed him as a runner in a twin flame connection, and he's also learned a hard lesson. Spiritually, this looks like a level up for him too, because now he has the opportunity to clear some of that karma. All those things that we do to people that have cause and effects is just karma and energy that is built up, and we have to clear out in order to move forward. So he has this opportunity to step forward. He has sat in regret. He's been dealing with sadness and guilt, and now he's understanding that this is a divinely orchestrated connection. He sees it as the Four of Wands that it is, and this really looks like it is a twin flame connection. The DM now wants to communicate to this Empress. She may not see it coming, but he is at a crossroads choice in his life where he is trying to decide the best course of action and whether or not that he should hit the send button. This is a divine masculine that has a message wrote over and over and over again, and he's just about to send that button, and he gets fearful in that moment and he doesn't send it. But this shows that maybe his passions and his desires are coming to the surface, and maybe that's going to be what pushes this divine masculine to make that call, to send that email, to send that text. And if you're on the twin flame journey, I want to kind of remind you that although we're talking about communication and a divine masculine coming back, that we can't focus on the divine masculine. We can't look at we're waiting for this wish or we're waiting for something to fulfill us, because that puts us in a state of lack, a low energy. We have to release this situation. We have to surrender it. We have to give this divine masculine the space to go from an unawakened soul to the divine masculine energy. And it looks like this was an unawakened soul who is now becoming a divine masculine because of some of the choices he made with a very spiritual and divinely orchestrated connection. He's seeing the truth. He is awakening. He's given this opportunity to correct things. And, looking at this reading, we've got 6 of the 12 cards were swords. This really was the communication and thought process of this divine masculine, this runner. And we know it was a twin flame connection because we've got the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. And then you guys, we had 4 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and then we had the 4 of Wands again. And that is 444 energy. We know 4s are a powerful number of peace. So this is bringing a tumultuous situation into a more peaceful state, and the universe is guiding us along this path. And the 2 of Swords that also came out twice, energy is very much reinforcing themselves. That's how you know they're very important. This runner made a wrong choice in the past, and now they have the opportunity to choose differently. They have the opportunity to take the road that they didn't take previously. This is my favorite poem, The Road Not Taken, by Robert Frost. The road he passed by, he wishes he didn't now. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have an opportunity to make another choice. Every day we have the opportunity to make new choices for ourselves and to create this reality of how we want to live it. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this story of these 2 little dwarfs having their little saga go on. Take what resonates. Don't wait for the text to come. Don't wait for the email. Don't wait for the knight to come in on his horse. I'm here. You focus on yourself. This journey is about your spiritual awakening. This is about your personal journey of getting closer to your creator. Live your life to its fullest. Focus on yourself. Let the divine masculine run their course and have their own journey. It's not about whether or not you come back into union. And as long as we stay stuck on that energy, we will stay cycling. And you say, well, why do you have tarot reads? Doesn't these messages kind of keep you cycling? I believe that these messages brought me hope when I needed to have hope. And when it was time for me not to focus so much on these messages and start living out my higher purpose, the universe shifted me. So just be aware of your balance and how much time you're focusing in. Be open to the messages from the universe. It comes in many different tools, not just tarot. And it's all about balance. And I hope this divine masculine finds his way. It just seems like every single one of my readings this month is a never-ending story of this divine masculine character. I am only picking up divine masculine mostly, and then I'm tapping into the divine feminine. But this has been very strong energy that has been ongoing. So if you're only watching your zodiac sign, I would suggest watching all the zodiac signs. We all have those energies in us in some shape or form, just because they don't come up in our four main or our rising. This is all good spiritual information of how we can grow and how we can come closer and have a better relationship with ourselves, with other souls, other intimate relationships that we desire, and with our Creator. And if you like this message, please like, share, subscribe. You putting your radiant energy towards this community helps these messages help other souls who are awakening so that they can grow and they can find their path. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. You are wonderful. And we will see you at the next reading. Peace.